Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better for you. This is actually going to be a clip from one of my live streams. If you want a link to my Twitch channel to see me playing any of this live, or a link to the main channel, both will be in the description down below. If you enjoy the video, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and let's get into it. All right, so next up we have Lysandra. We have incapacitation of players, damage units can't block and endure. This plus the deadly mean all their units are going to be massive. So I kind of figured, let's maybe go and grab our, I think I scrolled over her. There she is, Morgana. And yeah, nice little turn one Morgana build, should be fun. And let's try to load in here. Funny that Brazil has some transparency laws where you can see every cent of tax, which means it feels even worse for some products. Oof. Let's go for power. If we have the attack token, stun the strongest enemy. Actually, when you damage the enemy nexus, the top ally in your deck 1/1. We are going to be damaging the enemy nexus a good amount from our... Where is it? Crushing Guilt. So that could help us scale up units, which we normally don't really rely on. This is good, but hopefully their units are going to be locked up regardless. It would kind of be a backup. I think let's try one other. Overwhelm, game start, draw 2. I think we'll go for the draw 2 to make sure we get what we need. Let's go for a Glory Seeker. Yeah, the Mario game is expected to come at 500. I have no idea. Whenever there's like 3 vowels next to each other, I'm lost. Or approximately, yeah, I got out of context that it was the money's name. I understood that part, just how to pronounce it. Approximately 1/3 of minimum wage. Yes, I... RAS? Spell RAS? That's how it's supposed to be? Okay. Yeah, the contextual clues that it was the money was pretty obvious, but the pronunciation eludes me. Or eludes me. I think that's fine. Sure, let's just immediately lock that up. Hopefully their strike isn't at 2 costs. At least it shouldn't be yet. We don't really have the mana to play anything else at the moment, so I think we'll just pass for now.
Nothing can stop me.
Alright, let's try to pair a couple of these together to just make sure they can't do anything. Sure, Charger could be okay. Trying to flood the board to get our scaling up.
Truth binds you.
Proud warriors of the sun's true light.
Alright, they're probably gonna have enough mana to do a strike if they wanted, which would be a little rough. We could go for Lisa and Dolly, but I think I want to try to scale everyone up a little bit more.
Be still.
But yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do for the next event. Because there's so many ways I feel like they could take it.
Bear this burden. Welcome anguish. Share in my curse.
Alright, we have more than enough damage, so we should just be able to attack, and GG. Nice.
Our suffering is not in vain.
Fully heal an ally, then that ally and an enemy strike each other. I mean, it could be good for our Morgana to be able to strike a weaker target and then heal up a bunch with lifesteal. However, the Serpent is pretty good. Like, obviously regen doesn't matter, but being able to play a 0-cost unit is actually quite nice. Yeah, I don't really care about our units striking enemy units, because also we don't really want to kill them. We want them to sit there and stay cursed and just clog up their whole board and hand. First time we play 2 of the cards, repeal 2 mana. I think we'll actually just go for the Serpent. All right, support champion. Can we get some good cheap spells? That would be really, really good. One cost, go off twice. Both of those should count as targeting. She's really cheap. We're going to play her for free most of the time. This looks excellent. I don't think anything else is really going to come close. Yeah, this is super good. Let's see. Champion item. With this build, do we have a bunch of Morganas? We do. But improving it would be solid. Going for spells could be solid as well. But I think let's try to go for the champion item. So Shark Trainer. Yeah, I'm fine with this. A Morgana and a bunch of serpents. That's actually not too bad. So we'll try to drop this first so it can scale up when we drop. They're going to kill it. No. Okay. I'll drop our Morgana.
You cannot break a shattered soul.
And if we could just keep that from attacking, that would be quite helpful. And yeah, we'll pass. We'd want to keep our units on the board, let them scale up. Ooh, that's going to be scary. All right, so we just need to immediately try to stun everything. Like, the good thing is, since we are stunning them, even if they had the mana to play these shackles, it kind of doesn't matter. Because they're still just stunned. All right, that seems fine. Let's drop this here. They're at 9 cards. We could silence it, but I think we'll just, yeah, hit this one as well. Yeah, that could be okay.
Truth binds you. Own your frailty.
Shouldn't be anything they can do. We can probably just attack and end right here. Yep, GG. It's been a little bit since I've played Morgana, and she is pretty fun. Yeah, I wonder what they are going to end up doing as far as the event. Because it's been a long time since we've had cheap champions. We've had, yeah, very few. So if this event had a bunch of 1 and 2 costs, it could go pretty hard. And then the last event, the Titan one, was so good, so much better than the Arcana one. I'm just really hoping they can, like, keep that momentum going forward, so it's like an absolute blast. We'll have to see, though. Tidal Wave, this is good for just killing units, which isn't bad, but generally we actually don't want to kill enemy units. I think we can actually just go for the Equinox. Getting more of these is actually pretty good. All right, champion item, elusive focusing crystal. Normally we don't get blockers anyways, and focusing crystal is going to give us way more stats than the pickaxe and help our survivability. So let's go there and go for a Kato. This is okay. Having multiple Morganas is good. Cheap spell. Actually, we can play this for free. A cheap unit. We'll drop Neela first. Having a unit on the board for Morgana to target is pretty good.
Is it not stifling to bind your own wings? Binding them allowed me to find true freedom.
Let's go ahead and lock up this one as well.
Feel my pain, an exuberant blow.
And we still won't attack because we don't want any of our units to die. But both of these two are going to scale up super well. I would love to get another unit on the board. I suppose we could, because we would still have the mana to stun both of these, even if they attack. Yeah, it's probably fine. Alright, so here we'll just hit all of these. They have no mana, so if they're about to attack, They have 8 cards, and only 3 of them aren't curses. That's pretty solid. And yeah, we'll just be able to attack and end. We haven't even leveled up Morgana once, actually, and we're ending before then. Her 6-star is really good. It just lets you end games way faster. It doesn't necessarily let you win more games. Like, sometimes it does, but not really. Pick a follower, create a copy in hand. Create copies of the first 3 spells you play on me. We'll go here just because this will cost 1 less because of our spell slinger. And we could make that be, like, we could target like a serpent with it. Could be good. Let's go for the shop, see Relentless Pursuit. Not bad. Probably Cutthroat, that could be okay. Playing a unit to get a spell. Alex at +1, that's fine. Sure. Dropping a 1-cost unit will be nice. Relentless Pursuit can be okay, but I think we're fine. We're ending fast enough. Let's go for the healer. I find it very unlikely that we're ever going to play this. But you never know. Maybe we'll get Poro Fluff for it or something like that. Let's actually get rid of that one. And let's go for Elise. Yeah, it feels very artificial. For instance, when a country suddenly decides to start a trade war, your currency's value changes drastically and you end up paying more for the same service. No idea what you're referencing there. There hasn't been any trade wars recently. Alright, we have the attack token. Let's open with Serpent.
Now you've gone and upset it.
Let's immediately lock up her. And then let's lock up this one as well. And yeah, we will pass for now.
Smooth as silk.
Free attack, not good. We'll pass that. We have no spells, so that is not great. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Well, Ripperino to our Morgana. We might actually end up having to use Mahira. Let's go ahead and silence that one. Guess we're gonna play the other Startle Stomper first. Okay. They spent the mana and then still just... Yeah, okay. We could attack. Don't think it'd really be worthwhile. They're gonna have so many minions they can play, it won't really matter. Do we want to save the lockup for something else? I think let's drop this here.
We must own our regrets, else they find us.
Sure, let's go ahead and lock that one up. So they can attack with their 2 elusives, but we have 3 large units that all have Overwhelm. Let's hush that one. And just try to end. They don't have that many big blockers. We'll technically give that one Overwhelm as well. Nice. All right. GG. That was not the best start for us, but still able to come away with the win. Double attack Morgana sounds pretty great. Quick strike isn't the best. I actually really do like excavators. But yeah, double attack just seems so busted. We'll go for the bouncing blades. It'll be a free way to target enemy units. Sweet Solitude's actually not bad because Morgana does scale with just targeting allied or enemies. But this should be pretty good. And let's go for the champion item, so Mirror Mage. Let's get rid of this one, but otherwise we will be pretty solid. Yeah, Morgana can really struggle with draw. So like if you aren't able to get a bunch of your like invokes off, it can be a little rough. Let's open with Neela. And then we can drop our Morgana.
Finding them allowed me to find true freedom. Welcome, anguish.
Alright, we might be able to just lock up their whole board, which, if we can, that's going to do a ton of damage. Nice.
Look at your work, my lovely. See what you've become.
Alright, they're at 10 out of 10 cards, so we can't really do too much right now.
Something to reflect upon. Do you like what you see?
Hopefully they're not going to do the super tilting thing of like playing a bunch of cards but then refilling their hand so I still can't curse them. Let's play a Blade's Edge here.
Bear this burden.
Alright, we won't be able to curse it, but we will be able to stun it regardless, so that'll work.
Welcome, anguish. Truth binds you. Feel my pain.
Alright, let's make that a little bit smaller,
Are you prepared?
and sure. Alright, this should be GG.
And water.
Fantastic.
Embrace this ephemeral trial.
Oh, right. We need to... I just remembered, they said they were doing a Q&A. I need to try to see what time that is. From 9 a.m. to 10:30 Pacific time. We might still be streaming, but that'll be a little rough. Sure, that can be fine. Yeah, they're doing a Q&A for their 5-year happening today, the 5-year anniversary of the game. Barrier, tough. Barrier's not bad, but with pickaxe, we get double the damage with our double attack. Could be really good. Sure, let's try to go a little bit more aggressive, see if we can end pretty fast. A spell that we draw at the start of the game. It would cost 2 less, but then it would cost 1 less. Enfeebling Strike. We're not really trying to do much damage to people. So it can be okay, but I think we'll be fine. Summon 2 Vanguard Lookouts. That'll actually be massive. 2 more units we can scale up. Let's buy 1 copy of that, just so we get it at the start of the game. Honored Lord. I think let's try a reroll here, see if there's something really good. Ebb's not bad. Battlestar's okay. Reap actually is pretty good. Hero's Horn, draw a champion, so I could give us our champion spell back, or draw our Morgana. This will only cost 1 because of our Spellslinger. That actually is pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab that. See if we can get one more. 1 cost Grifter's deck. Nightfall, draw 1. It's okay. It's self-targeting. It's a 1 cost, draw 1. Could be fine, but I think we're okay. Let's go over here for Aristocrat. Is there any update on which champions are coming in the next patch? Not that we know of, no. I have not seen anything. On Friday, they should drop the constellation, the super vague constellation. But sometimes it does tell us, like for the Lux and Leona one, as soon as they dropped that, it was pretty obvious what we were going to get. This is fine. So we will, yeah, we'll see. But as of this moment, no, I don't know anything. Maybe they'll reveal something today at the other event.
You cannot break a
I was hoping we could get some amount of mana or cost reduction for our Morgana, so we could just play a couple more spells round one. Oh boy. Ah, we generated the spell that they were able to play.
Do not look away.
Sure, let's attack like this, because if they don't block Morgana, then she would do a ton of damage. So yeah, they weren't likely to kill both of these.
I don't carry change.
Alright, we're gonna try to develop our board.
See at the heretics.
Alright.
Welcome, anguish. Be still. Bear this burden. Where does your power end and Neela begin? In what I choose and in what I do. Feel my pain.
Yeah, it'll be a little rough that we can't necessarily stop him. They might be able to really punish us with a damaging effect. Alright, let's go ahead and stun that unit. So he can't block,
Welcome, anguish.
even though we can't curse him. Alright, we can curse that. We're just making sure they don't have blockers so we can attack and end.
I like your style.
I like your face.
Oh, did not mean to do that one. There we go.
Welcome, anguish.
I'm just waiting for them to... Okay, just... You could stop playing things.
Feel my pain.
We could drag them aside with a serpent and then attack and let our Morgana end. Alright, finally, GG. Yeah, this is always a great thing when you can just fill up their hand with all these curses and then they start trying to draw cards and they get obliterated because the hand is full. It is pretty satisfying. Might have asked this before, but Toast, what's your favorite way to have eggs? Whether that be style, toppings, or both. Generally, my favorite is to have it in an omelet, preferably an omelet with a lot of meat and cheese, and then normally topped with a hot sauce, such as like a Tabasco. Drain 2 from 2 enemies, so targeting 2, not bad. I don't really like the serpent costing a little bit more. Drawing could help us if we are in a bad situation. This is a lot of draw. Sure, if we don't get our Morgana, that could help us. Game start, draw 1. We're very likely to draw her because of our echoing at least one copy of her. Really, we need multiple copies. We don't really want to capture because they normally only have one unit and she needs to curse that unit. We don't want to make her more expensive. All right, focusing crystal. I was hoping for some cost reduction, but that's going to give her some great scaling. Let's cut. I mean, potentially this one, but yeah, we'll go for the Blinded Mystic. Let's go for Lysandra.
At last, my time is at hand.
And yes, I have. I just didn't remember. Asking Sai of having eggs for breakfast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation before. Because yeah, you have eggs for breakfast. I have eggs almost every morning for breakfast. They didn't drop a unit. I'm gonna risk passing and hope they play something. All right. It's not as bad with our Morgana though, because we can get our plunder off every round, so it's not too punishing. Let's play this first so we can get another unit on the board, and then we still have 2 other ways to curse the enemy. We potentially are going to be able to end this round. Okay, they're out of mana. We could actually kill that card.
Welcome, anguish.
Yep.
Feel my
GG.
pain.
Nice little Morgana OTK.
Embrace this ephemeral triumph.
Do you have toast every morning for breakfast? The real question. I kind of wish, but no. It'd be a lot of carbs. But I do love toast. I usually go with fries. I'm gonna scramble these and put cheese on them and such. Sounds pretty good. All right, that was a lot of fun. The Morgana 6-star normally it's not really helped me win games you would have lost, but it's really great for just speeding up your game so you can actually end in just a couple rounds, because otherwise Morgana games kind of drag on a good amount, because while you have such good control, you don't have a lot of damage, and so it just kind of drags on in really slow matches. But with the 6-star, it is nice that it just speeds up those games, so she's not as painful or having some of those longer matches. Thank you for watching that video, especially all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.